Hello everyone, welcome back to Yoga by Stephanie Mia. Today it's all about the legs, so when you're ready, hop into something comfy and we'll get started. As you make your way onto your mat, just having your mind that we're going to give attention to every part of our leg as a warm-up before we get straight into the yoga routine. So sometimes what I like to do is just rotate my ankle clockwise and then anti-clockwise, and pretty much any direction that feels nice. You can just see how your body feels and your ankle mobility at this moment, just to have a self-checking before we start the practice. You can rock back and forth on the balls of your feet as well as your heels, just as a way to make a mental note of your ankle mobility and flexibility. Our ankles have so much to do with our balance that we may not even realize, so it's good to check in once in a while. When you're ready, you can obviously go ahead and switch to the other side and do the same thing on this leg. Rotate it clockwise, then anti-clockwise, and you can also come onto the balls of your feet and your heels, or just move them from side to side. Whatever feels great for you in this moment, that's what we're gonna do today. You're here for one more second. Great. And then we're gonna step back to the top of our mats. Here we're gonna lift the right leg up, come into a 90-degree angle with the knee. I'm just gonna make big hip circles with that leg, as big as possible. Here we are trying to keep our core engaged and our hip flexor activated. And I know that we're moving our hips in a circular motion, but as much as possible, let's just try to keep those hips squared so that we can lengthen and strengthen these hip flexors. Okay, one more second and we put that leg back down. Bend the knees, arm comes up and over, and stretch through mountain pose, bringing the arms to prayer arms, and repeat that cycle one more time. Arms come up and over, and bring the arms to your chest in prayer pose. At this time, we're going to step into our high lunge. Left leg comes out. We find our balance here and sink a little lower in this pose. When you're ready, we're going to bring the arms up and over. Inhaling deeply as we open up through the chest, coming to cactus arms, slight bend in the back. Exhale, and once again inhale, shining through the chest and opening to cactus arms. Drop the arms and we're going to cartwheel them straight into warrior two. Sink a little lower, keep that activation in your front knee. Inhale as we send the hand back to rest on our back leg into peaceful warrior. We're not crunching through the side, we're engaging our abs. Pivot those arms, straighten the leg as we come into an extended side angle. You can use a block here if you need to, or just further engage your abs so you can hover nicely above the ground. We're here for one more second, then we take it back up, send it straight back into peaceful warrior once again, keeping that front leg bent. I'm going to take it right back down to our extended side angle. Nice stretch in the inner thighs and hamstrings, and pivot on that back leg, come back into a high lunge, open up through cactus arms, and this time I'm going to shift our weight to the front leg, come into warrior three. Arms come out in front of you as you balance here for 1, 2, great, and then bring that right leg back to your T pose, and we're going to use our internal muscles to get our feet there. We're going to hold our balance here for a couple more seconds. You're doing great. We're focusing on our legs, our strength, and our active flexibility. Breathe in, hold your balance, arms come up and over, and exhale as we take it to prayer arms, lowering the arms to our chest. Take a breath here and then extend the arms by your sides, make a T, and bring that leg in front of you. Point your toes, keep your abs engaged as you slowly turn to the side. Drop those hips and bring it back, bend that front leg. Good job, nice balance. Step back into your high lunge, and I'm going to bring the arms up into warrior one. Pivot on that leg, keeping it diagonal, and when you're ready, open up into warrior two. Lovely transition. Nice. Keep that bend in the front leg. Keep the legs strong. And when you're ready, pivot on that back leg once again, bringing it back into a high lunge. Arms come up and over. And then when you're ready, step that leg up to meet the left leg. Take a breath here because you're going to lift up that left leg and take it to the other side. Step back with that left leg, come into your high lunge, drop the arms, inhale, bring them up and over. Inhale, keep it there, open up to cactus arms, and then exhale, drop the arms. Repeat the process. Up, inhale, hold it, and exhale. Nice. We're gonna pivot into our warrior two. Nice bend in the front leg. Our back leg is diagonal. Come into peaceful warrior. Rest your left hand on your left leg, not bearing any weight, as we pivot the arms back into our extended side angle. Engage the abs, tuck the pelvis. You can bend the knees and send it right back into peaceful warrior. One more time. Inhale and exhale. You send it right back into extended side angle. Lovely. Good job. And one more. Peaceful warrior. Take a nice inhale here and exhale. And then when you're ready, pivot on that back leg. We're gonna come back into a high lunge, arms overhead. Bring the arms to the side, airplane arms, as we shift the weight to the right leg and come into a warrior three variation. Arms are out in front of us. Engage the abs, keep our balance, and then slowly bring our left leg to our tree pose. So you may notice that to get into tree pose, I haven't used my hands to move my feet because we're really trying to focus on our inner strength and active flexibility. Bring the arms to the chest. And if you'd like to, keep your eyes closed for one breath. And exhale, inhale, arms come up overhead. And bring the arms back to prayer arms. Extend the arms out by your sides like a T. Bring that left leg and point in front of you as you slowly take it to the back. As you bend that front leg and gently place your back leg into a high lunge. And we take our time to get into warrior one. And then slowly drop the leg even further, taking it into warrior two. Arms come down, strong, nice. And transition into peaceful warrior. Keep that nice strong bend in the front leg and pivot on that back leg, carrying it back all the way up to the top of our mat. Arms come up and overhead. And we're going to turn and transition. Arms come up and over. And have a nice generous bend in the knees as we forward fold. Hug the elbows together, and you can either rock from side to side or go straight into a nice crouching position as we come to sit on our bums at the top of our mats. Take some time to get situated here. Just enjoy the practice as we go. Slow down for a second, and when you're ready, you can stretch your legs out long onto the mat and sit up tall. Great, sit on those hip bones. And you can point and flex the toes just to bring awareness to your feet. When you're ready, you're going to lift that right leg and rest our ankle on top of our left thigh, making a figure four. When you're ready, lead with your belly and drop into a seated forward fold. This is an amazing hip opener, and of course, if you need more space, you can either bend that left leg or you can just stay upright and enjoy the stretch. If you want to take it a bit further, you can bring your right hand to come to your left leg and forward fold into a nice stretch, opening up. And then take it to the other side, bringing the chest to the sky, and really just moving intuitively and with what feels nice. When you're ready, come back to sit in staff pose, extend both legs, and then we're going to take it to the left leg, bringing the left ankle on top of the right thigh, making a figure four with our legs. Once again, we're going to lead with our bellies and then drop our palms over our feet, having a nice stretch in our upper back, lower back, as well as our hip girdle. I know that this may not be the most comfortable position for a lot of us, but really just welcome that sensation, breathe through it. And then when you're ready, uncross the legs, come back to staff pose. We're slowing down practice here. Sit with it for a few moments. And then when you're ready, take your time to come back into your crouching position. So just as how we entered, that's how we're going to exit. And we're going to come back to standing. Inhale, arms come up and over. Exhale, plant the palms. I'm going to walk the palms forward a bit and step the legs back, hips high, into our downward facing dog. Bend the knees generously, stretching through that shoulder girdle. And then when you're ready, lift the right leg up into three-legged dog. And then cross that leg over to stand by your left hand, having a nice twist there. So once again, let me show you that motion again. Bring that right knee to the chest and then place that right foot by your left arm. Open up through the chest and stretch that arm out in front of you towards the front of the mat. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring that leg back into your downward facing dog. And then you bring the right knee towards the chest, stepping that right leg by the right arm, opening up through the chest and stretch that right arm out in front of you, coming into a nice twist. Nice. Step it back into your downward facing dog once again. Take a couple moments here. Inhale, and then exhale, lift that left leg and come into your king pigeon pose, making an S with your knee and sinking your hips further onto the mat. Once you're situated here, close your eyes. Keep an even breath. Inhale, bring the arms up, steeple the fingers. Exhale, chest towards the sky. Stick with it, you're almost there. Inhale, and exhale, release those arms. Good job. Plant the palms as we come back up into our downward facing dog. We're taking it straight into the other side as we bend that right knee, making an S with the knee, and dropping that right knee by our right arm as we come into king pigeon pose. Bring the arms up and over. Inhale, open up through the chest, a nice bend in the back. Drop the head and exhale. Lovely. Okay, great. We're going to switch that leg around, bring that left leg to the front, and our legs are now parallel and the feet are planted on the mat. Drop your head here, close your eyes, and just focus on your breath. Breathing in and out at your own pace. Couple more seconds here. And then we're going to sit upright once again. We are going to now bring the soles of our feet together, warming down. Turn your palms to face upwards as you rest your forearms on your thighs. Have a nice opening in your hip girdle, keeping your knees towards the side. Breathing, inhale and exhale. Breathe at your own pace. We're going to be here for one more second and then we come to lie on our backs. We're going to come into half baby. We can either keep that right knee at a 90-degree angle or stretch it along the mat as we reach for the outer corner of our left foot and bring our knee towards our armpit, having a nice stretch in the hip flexor as well as the hamstrings in the left leg. Keep breathing here. And then when you're ready, you're going to make a 4, crossing your left ankle over your right thigh, and then threading your hands through and clasping your palms around your right thigh and working against yourself. So you're going to push your thigh towards your left ankle in this position. And then when you're ready, you're going to switch sides, extending that left leg as you wrap your palm around the outer edge of your right foot. Just as we did on the other side, we're going to bring that knee towards our armpit, holding the position here as we breathe deeply. One more second, and then we're going to bring our right ankle to come on top of our left thigh and thread our palms through to ensure that we have some resistance at the back of our left thigh. Hold it for one more second, and then we will release everything, bringing the soles of our feet together once again and our knees drop to the side. Bring your palms to face upwards towards the sky to receive the good energy in the universe, and close your eyes as we come to the end of our practice, and I say thank you. Thank you for joining me in practice today. Namaste.